Hello, my name is Rocio Saorin Morte and this is my final exam for School Organization and Student Diversity. I am the director of a Catholic school in Avaran. We do offer a bilingual program in primary school and we want to implement also in our kindergarten. So we have some of our students with some disabilities. We have one student with TDAH and the other with ASD. We work with these two students and we place more emphasis on some activities so they can learn normally. Also, we have two available classes for these students with some special needs, and at the same time we are promoting collaboration, cooperation and respect with all the students of this center. This school has two groups with their own classes per academic year. These classes have a maximum capacity of 35 students, and as we offer a bilingual program, the majority of our teachers are bilingual. Then I asked ChatGPT to come up with a proposal of 10 ideas to create my plan that respond to the diversity of my community, build trust among families, and promote an inclusive and thoughtful approach to digital education. These are the 10 concrete development ideas that ChatGPT gave me. Digital with Purpose Policy Framework, Cultural and Faith-Based Digital Project, Inclusive Learning Environment, Digital Ambassador Program, Community Partnership and Service Learning, Nature and Neighborhood Outdoor Curriculum, Personalized Bilingual Learning Plans, Teach Free Sacred Times, Family Digital Literacy Workshops, and Family Forums and Listening Circles. And from these 10, I've chosen the following ones. The first one is Family Forums and Listening Cycle. These hold regular bilingual forums where families can express concerns, share cultural expectations, and learn about the school education approach to technology. This idea is very appropriate because communication between families, students, and school is a key point to have educational success. Also, it's essential to understand families' expectations and concern about technologies in our classes. This is supported under LOE, also in the region of Murcia Educational Guidance and Attentions to Diversity Plan. The affected actors are families, teacher, and school administrator, and the relationship affected are family, school, and also family teachers. The following one is Inclusive Learning Environment to continue and expand individualized education programs by integrating bilingual supports and assistive technologies adapted for students with ASD and ADHD. This idea is appropriate as my school works with students with special needs, so reinforcing this inclusive practice also supports all the students, and this is one of our school goals. This is supported by LOE. Also, the affected actors are students with special education needs, teachers, especially PTAL, families, and maybe some psychologists. Talking about the relationship affected, we can say that it can enhance peer-to-peer empathy and collaboration and encourage family involvement in the learning processes. The next one is Family Digital Literacy Workshop that offer a series of bilingual workshops for parents and caregivers covering basic digital skill education tools used in school, online safety, and how to support learning at home with and without the screen. This is very appropriate because as our school expands bilingual and digital program, we have to make families confident with digital tools. This is supported by LOE and in Digital Education Plan for Murcia. The affected actors are families, the ICT coordinator, all teachers, and administrator, and here we want to build digital confidence among families, and also we want to strengthen trust and reduce inequality. Then I choose Teach Free Sacred Time, which is designated sacred times during the school day and week as screen-free, encourages community prayer, reading, hands-on play, and cooperative activity that reflects the school Catholic identity and the holistic development. We want to promote human connection, and of course, this is directly addressed concern about overexposure to a screen in early childhood, so for this reason is appropriate. This is support in LOE. The affected actors are students, family, and teachers, and with this we want to promote deep teacher-student interactions, also encourage socio-emotional development and collaboration, and also create a reflective and spiritual school culture. And finally, we have personalized bilingual learning plans. Use technology thoughtfully to support differentiate instruction, especially in language development, by offering individualized bilingual learning path through tools like adaptive reading platform. This idea fit perfectly as my school is expanding the bilingual program and we already provide individualized education, but we always want to improve. This is supported in Decreto 198 2014 of Región de Murcia and in Lolloe. The affected actors are students, especially those with some special needs or problem with language, bilingual teachers, family, and the coordinator of attention to diversity. Our main goal here is to strengthen trust between family and school and to encourage students' self-confidence. If I were the principal of my school, I would adopt a transformational literacy, because in my program in my school, if I adopt this type of literacy, I can inspire our shared visions among student, teacher, administrator, and family. And also one of my goals is to provide inclusion, equity, and also innovations, always supporting those students with ASD and ADHD. And all together we can create a good environment with all the community members. Here are my 5 points to improve the timetable of the school. The first one is flexible schedule, to provide some flexibility to follow their own interests and manage their learning time. Then we have time for reflections, 10-15 minutes, introduce a time for our student, teacher, and everyone to reflect so they can center themselves emotionally and spiritually. Then block schedule, bilingual subject. The bilingual program needs deeper cognitive engagement and collaborative teaching, cross-stage learning activities, create different activities, and implementing in the timetable to teach in a more dynamic way. And the last one is student-centered scheduling. This hour, personal or group tutoring hour, can help our students to talk about them, their feelings, some groups, or problems. If I were a teacher, the elements of the diversity care plan that I will implement in my school for my students with some special need or intellectual disabilities are the following ones. Inclusive methodologies. The aim is to involve all students together in learning so the student with special need can actively participate and learn with their classmates. Cooperative learning. Collaboration improves engagement and emotional inclusion. Individualized support. This means to adapt the content and material to each student with special need. And emotional and social learning. Teach students to understand emotions, to build good relationships, and to solve some problems individually or as a group. I create an activity that promotes integration, inclusion, respect, and how to create a good environment among teacher and student with special needs. This activity consists on finding someone who has something in common with you, such as food, music, or even a hobby. In this activity, teacher and student have to be in a big circle in the middle of the class, and they have to find someone who has something in common. When they find that person, they have to say it out loud for everyone to hear it. This activity has some benefits, such as the good relationships between teacher and student, the integration of a student with special needs, and also just create a good environment in the class. Being honest, I think that is an 8 as a final mark, because I put so much effort during this course and also in this final project. I think that in our first activity we didn't understand pretty well how was the subject, and we as a group decided to make a huge effort and also put 100% to better understand and to do all of our tasks well done. And we also, the most important thing is that we enjoy and we learn at the same time in this subject. I think that the most important topic that I've learned during this course is how to deal with diversity in our classes and in our daily life, and I realized that it's more useful than we really thought, and we as a video teacher have to take into account because it's a really important topic that we have to be aware of. In general, I didn't imagine having this subject in the first course because I have to reckon that it's a little bit complex, but one of the ideas that I think is very relevant and that we have learned is the schedule part, where we have to learn what is on a schedule, how to make it, and the type of schedules. Without any doubts, the diversity care plan is the most relevant thing that I've learned during this course, because this is what we are going to use and to apply in our classes as a future teacher and in our professional career. Of course, attending to diversity is something that we have to be conscious and aware of as future teacher. We have learned so many things about attending to diversity, and I consider that this subject have to be in more years as it has a really important function in our profession. preparing this video and these final projects, I learned many things such as the elements of the diversity care plan. Also, I realized that I am very good at editing, and the most important thing, I learned how to use the AI in the correct way.